Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing around with a palette that I just recently picked up. This is the Gay Bestie palette. This is from Camarillo. I believe that I'm saying his name correctly, from Camarillo Beauty. This is Baby. He's also a member of one of my beauty groups that I'm an administrator for. He made a post, it was about a few months ago, that he actually launched this palette, but I've just recently been able to get it. Disclaimer, this is not the first time that I'm shooting this video. This is actually the second time. The first time that I shot it, I was having major lighting issues. Whenever I was showing the inside of the palette, now you'll see whenever I do start actually filming the video, there is gold packaging, and for some reason, I only have a ring light right now, and for some reason it was causing this weird reflection off of the light, so any of the scenes that I was showing the inside of the palette would be really dark compared to everything else. I think I fixed it, you know, for the most part, but it could still have some issues going in and out, so I just kind of want to put that in there. So I did not want to put up a video that was just, you know, a lot of crappy lighting and crappy editing and just did not look good. He's a smaller creator, and I kind of want to showcase his palette as best that I possibly can. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and reshoot it. So rather than it being a first impressions, we're just going to play around with the palette and put together an eye look. And disclaimer, I love this palette. The shades in it are absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to open it right now. There's a message on the inside that plays. It's kind of a little positive message. There's a version that has the message when you open it, and then there's a version that doesn't. So if you're somebody that has an issue with sounds or anything like that, you can get the version that doesn't talk. But I have recorded the video that I shot ahead of time. I'm going to drop that in here that actually has the recorded message. You can hear it, and then we're going to go from there into the swatches, and then from there we're going to go into putting together an eye look. Alright, so when you open up the palette, it has a little positive message in it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully you guys can hear it clearly. Are you ready? Here we go.
Hey Brad, you're going to slay this look. Today is your day, so everything and anything you do is going to be amazing.
Alright, let's go ahead and move on to doing the swatches. There are 5 mattes in the palette, 5 shimmers. The 2 down here, Slay and Lit. Those are pressed glitters. So let's do the swatches, and then we'll put together a look. Alright, these are the first 4 shades in the palette. This is the top row. We have White Lies, Work, Girl, and Laura. The first shade, which is White Lies, is kind of a taupey, peachy kind of a setting shade, so it's kind of hard to see in the camera. The second shade, Work, that is such a beautiful gold shimmer. That swatch just absolutely beautifully. These are the next 4 shades in the palette. On the second row, Come Through, Get It, Yes, and Hot Tea. Come Through, that beautiful gold shimmer. Oh, that's just another gorgeous shimmer in this palette. These are the last 4 shades in the palette. The bottom row, Beach, Slay, Go For It, and Lit. Slay and Lit are both pressed glitters. Slay is a little more chunky, and Lit is, the glitter in that one is a little more fine. I'm not a big pressed glitter fan. The shadows themselves are pretty, as you can see in the swatches. If you lay some glitter glue down, I'm sure they'll be absolutely gorgeous in the eyelid. I'm not, you know, big on pressed glitters, or just not my favorite thing. So, you know, but if you're into pressed glitter, these are 2 absolutely gorgeous ones. And that is all 12 shadows swatched. Absolutely gorgeous formulas in this palette. Let's go on ahead and move on to putting a look together. All right, let's go ahead and put together a look. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into White Lies, which is kind of the setting shade right here, and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid, and then we'll probably take this one right here, actually this one, and put that into the crease, and then maybe this one or this one will go on the outside as my kind of smoking out the outer corner of the eye. Before I actually get started with the look, I kind of want to do a close-up and show you some of these little birds right here that he imprinted into the palette. I've been playing around with this a little bit, so they're kind of hard to see now, but that's just a cute little touch right there, just to, you know, show a little bit more love. I'm just taking that White Light shade and just kind of laying that down all over the lid, as kind of just kind of make a little, just kind of set the eyelid and make a little base for everything else. I've already primed my eyelids using my Juvia Space Concealer. You guys know how much I love that as my eyeshadow primer at the moment. Now I'm going to go into Get It. Get It is kind of this chocolate clay, just beautiful brown shade right there. And I'm going to lay that down into the crease. These shadows are absolutely beautiful. Like I said at the very beginning of the video, I'm actually reshooting this because when I shot the first video, the lighting was just awful, and I tried to fix it when I was editing it, and I just couldn't. I tried to brighten up some of the areas, the parts of the video that were showing really, really dark. Like I said, I don't know why, but the reflection, the foil, and I don't usually have that problem, so I don't know why I was having a problem now, but it was just reflecting weird off of my ring light, and I was having just a whole lot of trouble with those areas, and it was, the lighting was really, really harsh, and it was just showing really, really dark. And even though I tried to raise the lighting, you know, kind of raise the brightness when I was editing, it just didn't work. It wasn't going smooth from one video edit to another, and it just looked really unnatural. And I didn't want to upload a video showcasing this palette that was just a really bad video. Crease is done. I'm going to do the outside corner. I kind of want to smoke that out a little bit. I'm going to do Hot Tea, which is kind of this darker cocoa brown shade right here on the outside, the end of the second row, and I'm going to lay that down on the outer corner of my eye just to kind of add a little bit of a smokiness. And then we're going to carefully and slowly blend that into the crease. These shadows are absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's just so, they're so smooth, and they just blend so well from one shade into the other. I mean, as you can see right now, as I'm doing this eye look, it's taking like really no effort. It's just really blending together. The only shades in the palette that I'm just not crazy about are the pressed glitters. I'm not a fan of pressed glitters. They're not my favorite. And pressed glitters are, you know, they're usually listed as being not safe for the eyelids. You know, but I admit I do use a pressed glitter every once in a while, but when I do them, I usually use the ones in the Tati Beauty palette because I don't have to use a glitter glue or anything with those. Now, you did see from the swatches that the pressed glitters in the palette are gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful, but I know personally that I won't get much use out of them. But that's okay because everything else in the palette is absolutely gorgeous, and I'll use them quite a bit. All right, now I want to lay down one of the shimmers right here in the eyelid, and then take a lighter one and put that on the inner corner. You know, first I'm going to put something on the lower lash line. I think I'm going to take Yas. That's kind of what I did when I did the video the first time. I'm going to take Yas, which is this kind of a, see, look, lighting going in and out. Right here, which is kind of this burgundy, reddish pink shimmer right here. I'm going to lay that on the lower lash line towards the outside corner here, and then I'll go in and I'll lay down the gold on the top. Got just a little bit of that Yes shade on my e.l.f. brush. I took just a little bit because I remember from shooting the video the first time, this particular shimmer is extremely pigmented, and I kind of went in a little ham the first time I shot the video, and had to like take another brush and like really, really kind of blend it down. So I'm trying to go in a little bit lighter this time. It's an absolutely beautiful shimmer. Just gorgeous, beautiful pigmentation. And take that and blend that in. All the shimmers in this palette, they're absolutely beautiful. They're buttery, they're silky, just so smooth. Loaded my brush with that come through shade, and now we're going to try to lay it on the eyelid. I'm going to try to lay it down dry first, but if I need to, I'll go ahead and I'll use my Urban Decay setting spray and spray the brush, if, you know, to try to give it a little more oomph, you know, if that's what I need to do. But, you know, let's see. It's a beautiful gold. When I did the swatches, this one was like, oh, it's going on the eyelid really well. I don't think I'm going to need to wet the brush at all. I'm going to take it up just a little bit higher in this area. You know, I have hooded eyelids and small eyelid space, so if I take it, you know, just right there, then when I open my eyes, you won't really be able to see what I've done. So I'm going to take it up just a little bit higher towards the crease area right there. See that? You can like see it a little bit better. Just a little tip when you have hooded eyelids and smaller eyelid space. Oh, this struggle is real. When I was first getting into makeup, I was following all these tutorials, and I was getting so frustrated because my look would never come out like theirs, and I just couldn't understand why. And then I realized it was because of my eye shape. If you're trying to follow a tutorial with someone that has like bigger eyelids and a, you know, huge crease space, and you have hooded eyelids and pretty much no crease space, your eye look is not going to come out looking like theirs no matter what you do. So you have to kind of adjust it to fit your eyelid. Look for tutorials that specifically, you know, from YouTubers or influencers or people that are doing tutorials, you know what I'm trying to say, that have the type of eyelid shape that you have. And it's just, it's all just practice. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to, is practice. I'm not a makeup artist. I've only been doing makeup about a year. I'm still learning, we all are. I'm going to go back in with the work shade just a little bit because I want to lay a little bit more down to blend it into that gold, just kind of in here, so that the two shades blend in together. Where are these shades? These shadows are just so beautiful. Oh, just absolutely gorgeous. I think I want to take a little bit more of this Get It shade and just kind of take that on the top, just a little bit. I'm going to take some on the back of my hand just to kind of take a little bit off the brush. I just want to take a little bit on the top there. Not much, just a little bit. These shadows are so easy to work with. Like, putting this look together is just no effort at all. I'm going to take this small kind of liner brush and I'm going to go right here into this bottom corner here. This is the beach shade. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take that and put that in my inner corner. This one is such a beautiful, shiny, just wet, buttery shade. Beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. And I absolutely love a shimmer that's just very wet and shiny and buttery. Oh, just, ooh. That is such a beautiful shadow. I'm going to take that into that gold just a little bit. Bring that under the eye a little bit as well. Kind of bring a little bit of light to the center of the eye. What I also noticed yesterday when I was trying to do this eye look, my under eyes, I don't know what was happening with them, but my concealer just was not blending correctly. I had a lot more creasing. You could see some of the dark circles going on. Just was not a good video from start to finish. I wasn't happy with it at all. And ironically, I edited it. I completely did the whole edits from start to finish, trying to fix it. And then I finished it and I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. Not going to work at all. But I think this second go around is going much better. What do you guys think? I'm taking that Laura shade, which is the shimmer up here in the corner. It's a little bit darker than the one that I laid originally. I just want to kind of deepen this outer corner just a little bit more. Just a tad. A little bit more smokiness going on there. Yeah, like that. Just a little bit. Besides, the more shadows I get to play with in this palette, the happier I am. Take a little small fluffy brush here. Just blend that out. Ever so gently. When you have lines under your eyes because you're a little bit older, be very, very gentle. Dusting your way. I have just a little bit of fallout on the cheeks. No big deal. Very easy to dust away and fix. Alright. And that's the eyeshadow look complete. What do you guys think? I think it's really beautiful. That gold, oh my god, it is just to die for. Oh, so beautiful. I'm going to go off camera, do liner, do lashes, go ahead and do my lips. I already did everything else. I did my foundation, my concealer, my powder, my blush, my highlight, everything on my face will be in the description box below. So I'm going to go ahead, finish for everything else. We'll be right back and then we'll do some final thoughts. And we're back. Lashes, liner, lips, rest of the face is finished. Like I said before, everything in my face will be down in the description box. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. It is one of the most beautiful palettes that I own. Just beautiful shimmers. What I want to do, even though I did do a swatch video before we finish, I do want to go ahead and live swatch this shade right here because I do want you to see how it actually looks. It's just so beautiful. See that right there? Oh, just so gorgeous. We're going to take that and I just want you to see how it swatches. See that? Oh, Just absolutely beautiful. All of JC's social media, Instagram, there's a Facebook, I think there's like, and then also the link to his actual store. They're going to be down in the description box. If you have any questions for him, you wanted to know more about him, or how he came about making this palette, you can go ahead and contact him through one of his social media links. Like I said, there are two versions of this palette, one that talks and one that doesn't talk. They're both, I think they're $35.99. There may be a sale going on. I know he had lipsticks for sale. Those are currently sold out. But I'm saying, once again, absolutely beautiful. Just gorgeous palette. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you join the little family, hit subscribe, and then tap the notification bell so you'll be notified of upcoming videos. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.